Where is he? Where is Fernando? There he is. Hi, how you doing?
Oh, doing wonderful, man.
Yeah?
Oh, totally.
That's
we
spectacular.
have a day off.
Shut up. Well, hey guys, how's everything going? We're working on a Honda Civic here, having all kinds of fun. We'll just leave it at that. Fernando's got the front door all road-killed up, fast ring, and he's been waiting on me. As you'll notice, there's no tweeter here, so we've been waiting. He's been waiting on me because I got caught up over in the corner here with the Access DSP, getting that thing to work the way it's supposed to. So, oh, that was a lot of fun. Anyways, over here is the tweeter. I just got it finished, and if you've seen these before, this has that cool little blue plexi or acrylic. So this is it with the Hertz logo. That's the Hertz logo. It's not anything we made. That's how the tweeter goes in. This is the factory. Where did the factory go? Well, there's a factory one that snaps in here, and what we've made is this little piece here. So it's real thin. It's got 3 little teeth on it. Then you have to sand them down just a tad to make them snap in. Yeah, here we go. Here's the factory. Thank you, Fernando. And as you can see, this factory one has those same little teeth on it. We've made the same thing. The nice thing is our tweeter just slides into place, and then this snaps over the back of it and then locks it in place. So there's nothing drilled, sanded, glued. There's no glue, there's no nothing. It's just held into place because this slides over the back of the tweeter. This hole is the same hole, so this will go over it like this, and then slides all in, and that's it. The only thing you got to do is you have to mark it. So you see those lines, those silver lines right there? So you have to get it all lined up so that when you put it on, the logo's in the right spot. So that's the tweeter. Let's take a closer look at Fernando's over here. So this is what we call our, what are we calling this? Phase 2?
Yeah.
2? Dose. We have a phase 1, which is just this area right here. We have a 2, which is we do the back panel here and the back panel here. We concentrate all our energy on this as well as the speaker bracket, and then also we come into the door panel, which he has here, and we add in this is the ultimate, which is the foam back stuff. So we do ultimate onto this, and it's a certain amount. There's only so many pieces that each one gets. And then the third is the full ground zero treatment, which we go crazy on. That has foam and aluminum and more foam and more aluminum and butyl and all that fun stuff. So this is that with the fast rings in the back door. It's just gonna stay. He's not getting the sound treatment on this, just the fast rings. Totally recommend you do the fast rings. The front doors you have to cut. Surprisingly, the back doors you don't, which I guess that's just the size of the speaker. It says the factory premium sound system. My next test, as soon as I get done talking to you guys, this is coming out so I can see if I can fit our Rockford amplifiers here. We're doing a T1005 and a T402. It's gonna be full active out of a DSR1. We are using the Access piece, this, to give us our preamp level output. So this has the factory premium audio system. The amplifier is located up here. And we talk about this all the time. What sets this apart from previous Hondas, and this is the amplifier. This little tiny plug right here, that's the animal. That is the digital out of the radio that comes into this. The rest of these plugs, well, they really don't do much. Like this is speaker, this is speaker, this is power and whatnot. But this, if you see this one little black wire that plugs into there, that's where this separates the men from the boys on this amplifier. But going with the Metra piece, they make 2 models. They make the L, which is the basic, and the X, I believe is what it's called, is the plus. So this is just the L, gives us 5-channel output here. We've remade the harness, so we have front, rear, and sub output, remote turn on. We have an RTA hooked up to it right now because we've been doing a lot of testing this morning on this. A lot of testing. We finally got it to do exactly what we wanted it to do, which is just be a preamp. All we need is a full frequency preamp out. this has the center channel, which is where most of the sound comes out of. We're not going to be retaining that. What we want is front, rear, sub, so that we can go into our DSR1, which is a much bigger DSP, or you could go into any DSP for that matter, whatever turns you on. And then this also, there's a Toshlink option for this if you wanted to go out, but the DSR1 doesn't have that, so we don't have to worry about it. So this will be active, mid-bass, and tweeter. So there's that factory tweeter. It's a nice looking tweeter, but just for some reason, I don't know what it is. I mean, you'd think this tweeter, you see how big it is. It just doesn't do much. It doesn't put out a lot. It's very anemic. It's quite weird. It always has been. But this guy is located up here into this corner. So you don't need to leave it in. So we always just pull it out. But that's it. That's what's going on in this. I would show you what it looks like on the RTA, but actually, you want to show them what it looks like on the RTA, Fernando?
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's show them what it looks like on the RTA.
How many RTAs you have?
I just have the one here right now, which is fine. So let me turn this on. Let me make sure I didn't kill the battery. Oh, there you go. Turn it on, actually. All right, so that'll power up. You got your phone? We're gonna need your phone because I'm using my phone to do this. I'll turn this guy on. And what we'll show you, we'll play some pink noise from our iPhone using our Test and Tune app from Educar. You guys can pick that up on the App Store. It'll give us a nice monoed output. This is what we use now. It's so much nicer than having to play a 10-minute track. Hold on. I gotta remove one of the phones. Hold on. I'm gonna remove my phone. Delete. Yes. I know. Honda's weird, man. If you exceed the amount of phones that it has, it doesn't like it. There you go, CarPlay. Perfect. All right, so my thing is up. Got the volume playing. Go ahead and play your Test and Tune app. We'll cross our fingers. Cross our fingers. There we go. So there's our signal output. So we'll be using this to go into our
we're using that to go into
yeah,
DSR1.
Correct. So super cool there. Lots of fun. Yay. But yeah, so that's what we got going on here today. Joy of joys. Welcome to the club. And that's it. So as Fernando likes to say, we're gonna end it here because we gotta get back to work. We just want to tune in. 6:30 tonight Eastern Standard Time over there on Facebook. We'll be live, so you guys can ask us more questions there. And with that, we're out.
Bye.
Bye. Hey Fernando.
Hey Dan.
What DSP did you use?
The one that I have.
Okay.
Whatever I can find, that's what I use.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing today? We hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday? It's Tuesday.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's Tuesday. I don't know. What's up from Hawaii? You guys open yet? Is anybody doing anything there? No, I want to go. Showtime. Iowa, 15. Dude, you should have stayed in Florida, bro.
No.
That's why you make the big bucks in Iowa.
Oh, dude, I was watching a video of...
Iowa?
No, not in Iowa, but like... Dude, so many crashes, you know, that the cars, they can stop. They just like...
Yeah. I don't know.
That's crazy, man.
Snow. Four-wheel drive. Hotel's still closed. Ugh. I have a place to stay, so I'm not worried about that. It's just like, I don't want to go there if I can't go snorkeling and sightseeing and all that crap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Texas in the house. All right, guys, so we're done with the Honda in the sense that we haven't tuned it yet, but we have it playing and on and functioning. And, well, Fernando wanted to show you everything. So let's go through what we got going on in the Honda Civic 2019 hatchback. Oh, yeah. Now, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about it last night. And we did end up doing filming the interface that we use, the Access DSP interface. So for all you guys that have been asking questions about it, we did film it. We did go over all the ways that you can use it and whatnot. So that will be coming out at some point, probably next week. But what we got, of course, we got the cool snap-on charger sitting on the battery. Hey, could you bring me a light so I can see the top of the battery? This fabulous job you did, kind sir, please.
I'm trying to look for where is my lights.
I don't know.
You have them all.
I don't have any of them.
Oh,
I do not have any of them. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, so we got Fernando's battery right there. And then, of course, it says Rockford Fosgate, because this is a Rockford Fosgate / Helix system.
It's / Hertz system.
Oh, did I say Helix? Yeah, Hertz, my bad. System fuse, 5-star, the whole 9 yards. Fernando loves doing that. There's only 1 amp, so we don't have to put heat shrink telling everyone what it is. Can't wait for the Access DSP. Me either, but don't worry, it'll be next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll finish the other Honda Accord video that's been dragging on. Bass knob ended up going right here where the customer wanted it. Here are the tweeters all in. If you want to know how we did that, yesterday we showed you the little pieces we routed. Now in the back door it has a tweeter here, but we're not using that because we went with a coaxial down low because this tweeter is really close to your head. And then it also has these rear speakers here that we're not using. I mean, how much rear sound do you need, guys?
It's funny, it has a 3-way set in the back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The amplifiers, we took out the factory subwoofer. We added this cool Rockford Fosgate logo to it because the subwoofer isn't going in here. As you can see, we use this for our DSR1 located here on the bottom. The 402, which is located right here, is running our mid bass. The 1005 is running our front tweeters, our rear speakers, and the 1P3 subwoofer we're going to be putting in here. We have we got to flip those are upside down. Not that anyone would see. We have the Connect.
The reason I put it like that is because the heat shrinks.
Oh, yeah, in that case. Yeah, all right. Well, all right, so we'll do this. Perfect.
Hey,
there you go. It's perfectly straight. So anyways, this is
the
perfect connection fuse holders from Audison, and there is a bridge that goes across these two here, so they're very much like the Stinger X fuses. So we have the main power wire comes in here, distribution block. It's now just a distribution block, goes off the 2 amplifiers, so makes things really nice. There is a factory, there it is right there, boom, right in your face. Factory fuse right there.
Factory ground, not fuse.
Thank you. Duh. I'm upside down, man. Remote turn on, everything. So yeah. And just in case you're wondering, if you're going from this corner of the car up to the front kick where the other DSP is that we're using, the Access, it's 12-foot RCA. So you can do 12-foot RCA. So if you'll notice here, this is our power wire, comes across, and our bass knob reached. So, and then the power wire comes across the bottom here. The speaker wires come up, over, down, and around, so they never actually see each other. It's very segregated.
What's up, Noah?
Not that that's a big deal.
No.
But yeah, so we've basically done our pre-tune on it so far, in that we've set the crossovers, we've set the time alignment, we've set our gains. We went through and set our gains because we could do that even though this is a factory radio. We had a perfectly flat output, so it made setting the gains real easy beforehand, which we like. Plus these amplifiers have distortion detectors built into them, which is, dude, I gotta tell you, man, I love it when an amp has a distortion detector in it. Would you agree?
Oh, totally.
I mean, it's like, Fernando, play the track. You know, so we use the
Ken?
Yeah, what's Educar? We Educar test and tune. I say play -5, 1K. All right, play 8K, play 250, play 40, 0, 5, 10, whatever I want, and it's just like, boom, lights come on, done. Took 5 minutes. It's freaking awesome. So, loving that, love that. But this is done for the install's done. We know how it sounds. Do we want to turn it on? I mean, we can turn it on. It's not tuned, but I mean, it's safe to play.
It's safe.
And it's loud. Oh my God, is this thing so loud? So loud. I mean, that's why we went Hertz, because we knew it would be loud. Yeah, we don't have to worry. Well, I guess we kind of need to worry about DRM music, but
we can. I don't think so.
Well, this is gonna be on YouTube in a week, so we'll make it quick. We'll do the 1, 2, 3 and off. Okay. Have you installed the Kenwood HD backup cameras? Not yet. I know, right? Hey, how's it going? Hi from Mexico.
What's up, brother? Hang on.
Let's turn it down. One thing I can say about this Access DSP piece, and this would be my one gripe about it, the line level output on it is horrible. It says it's 4 volt. It's not. It's nowhere near 4 volt. It's barely 2 volts. So that was my big major complaint.
Let's get down
Why don't you get to like the actual part of the song?
Up.
And that's it. Yeah. No sub playing because we don't have that plugged in.
Not yet.
All right, but
Yeah.
That's as good as she gets. All right. What kind of light is that on top of your head? Well, so if you head over to D and F tool drawer, you can find links to them because we make it super simple for you. But it's a saber light. So these are them there. This is they're always
That's
hanging
from Star
behind
Wars.
us. It is a lightsaber, but yeah, it's a saber light. This is the brand we use for all of our lights. Every light that we get
Look at that right here.
is a saber light. So this is another saber light that we use. And we keep links to these. All the links and more are on DNF tool drawer. Yeah, it's loud, dude. It's so loud. And we haven't even tuned it yet.
No.
So really excited. It's got the DSR1, so we're using the iPad. We'll put the iTest mic. Not the iTest mic. We're gonna be using this is a full tune. So
Yeah,
this
this is a
gets
full
the
tune,
DMRTA.
Has a full RTA table.
Johnny,
everything.
what's up, Johnny?
Hey, what's up?
Sounded
man?
pretty clear. Okay, it is very clear. So a lot of people ask, like, what's the difference when we recommend speakers? And like, we do a lot of Rockford speakers. We do a lot of the T2 speakers because it has a metal tweeter and it's just just piercing. The problem with the T2s is that they're kind of violent in nature and they're not the smoothest sounding, not the cleanest, not the like, oh my gosh. So the trade-off for that is if you want to spend more money, you get the Hertz Milli Pros. And that kind of balances things out. So they switch back to a silk tweeter, but it's a loud silk tweeter and it's smooth. So you get that really nice and sound, and it's a beautiful painfulness.
Pro.
So you got the Milli Pro MPK 165s, and then we do the coaxials in the rear. But yeah, it's a beautiful loud, you know?
It's a beautiful loud.
Yeah, it's a beautiful loud. So that's what you got. That's what's going on in this. Audison Hertz, Electromedia.
Oh yeah.
Hey, do me a favor. Grab the knife. We got a box sitting over there we need to open.
Oh.
Milli Pros are very nice. I know you like them, Johnny. A little bit more. Go with the flax. Yeah. So the flax are. That's the thing. When we price things out, it's like you have kind of. We carry 3 specific speakers when we're talking exotics, and I like to think of the Millis as exotics. We have Morel, the Hertz, and the Focals. And the most popular out of those, of course, are like the Milli Pros, the Focal Flax, and then anything Morel. Pretty much, we're all over the board on Morel. Like when it comes to Morel, we just put. It's like, what do you got? Let's just put those in, and they sound great.
Yeah.
SMD knife, of course. Hold on, here we go. He figured it out. I just randomly forgot that we had this. So, open the box.
Thank you, David.
This box is from Mobile Solutions. For those of you guys that don't know, you can head over to mobilesolutions-usa.com and of course pick up the D wire ruler to make your installation super sexy and have those zip ties all clean and in line and looking nice. But they sent us a little package today, which I'm super excited to get. What is wrong with you, man?
Ooh! Dude, they have candies.
Of course they have candies. Ooh, this one's mine. No, that one's mine. This one's yours. Yep, I ordered the blue one. So, hold on, let's do this. Ooh. It's kind of tight, but that's okay. So there we go.
I like it. That's pretty.
So yeah, get your Mobile Solutions hat. He's got like 25 different colors of hats.
Oh yeah.
Different styles, different everything. So if you want to like strut your stuff and be like, dude, check it out. I have plenty of red hats, so that's why I'm in blue, because
I like red and black. It's cool.
I know.
And gray. It's nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a gray in there
and
too.
I take the candies.
You can have the candies. I don't need them.
But
Any info on tuning white noise out of a system? Ooh, that came too?
yeah.
Wait, okay, that's so funny.
Somebody can take a sticker.
We got like a bunch of stickers. This I need.
I know. That's why I put it here.
Yeah, that one I want. That one's important.
Oh, look at that.
Hold on. So anytime you order anything from Mobile Solutions, he always throws in candy. There's always candy to be had. I want some of these.
Which
Yeah,
one?
I want the yellows.
You only get big ones.
I want the yellows.
All right, another one. Right here.
Yeah. As far as tuning white noise out of a car, it really comes down to a couple things. What kind of EQ are you running? Is it a... what kind of EQ do you have? What kind of tweeters do you have? How high up do you have your gains on your amplifiers? What type of amplifiers are there? There's a lot of things that go into creating that white noise. Jesus. The first place I would start is checking your gains. Oh, there we go. So for example, if you have to have your gains up really, really high to get any sound out of the system, that's where your noise is coming from. So for example, like we said, the output of this access piece is like 2 volts. It's not really that exciting. So that's coming out of that 2 volts into the DSR1, which is hopefully trying to put out 4 volts. More than likely, it's probably not. And now it's going into those amplifiers, so the gains are more than cracked. So someone asked about a line driver the other day, and at this point, yes, putting like a matrix, audio control matrix in there would help, and that would allow us to keep that volume knob down lower. The lower you can keep the volume knob down, the less chance of you having floor noise. However, you want to be able to turn the gain, the volume knob all the way up. So start with turning everything down, and then turn the volume up to where it's 2/3 of the way or wherever it's not going to distort.
Yeah.
And then start moving your gains up until the easiest thing to do is have somebody sit in the front seat of the car next to the tweeter and have them yell once they start hearing shh, and then there you go. That's it.
What's up, Jason?
That's all you get. So it might start making noise long before the amplifier goes into distortion.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just where you're at. But Dean, my gains are only halfway. I still got. It's only at 12. I'm more of a 2 o'clock kind of guy. On the Kenwood and 1-inch radio is deck power okay, or should I run an amp with it? I'm a firm believer of amps. If you're doing this because you want stuff to sound good, you need an amp. You don't have to go crazy, but you need an amp. The difference between 25 watts of deck power and 25 watts of real amplifier power is staggering.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard. I was gonna grab the PBR 404, but I think you have it Legoed in there to hold things up right now. So it's is it gettable?
Nothing is gettable.
Yeah, we just got our cabinets in yesterday. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So we got these awesome cabinets that are going this wall up here. So that'll be cool. We get to clean all this crap up. So that's phase 1. All right, so check this out. This, my friends, this is a 50 watt by 4 amplifier out of a radio. This guy right here. This is 50 watts by 4. That's 50 watts by 4. This is also 50 watts by 4. 50 watts of deck power, 50 watts of amplifier power. Now, just looking at these, you could probably guess which one is going to sound better. They're both 50 watts. At the end of the day, they will both give you 50 watts of power. However, this is going to do a much better job at it than this. This one is going to crap out, and at the 50 watts, it's going to be distorting quite heavily. It's going to be breaking apart. It's going to have a hard time moving those speakers and trying to keep them moving properly, whereas that guy that Fernando's putting away is not going to have that problem.
That's right.
There's the sub. 4 volts at high volume or low? 4 volts is the maximum voltage is always going to be at the high volume, not at the low volume, because it's the max output. After radio, 4 volts at high volume. Yeah, okay. Aftermarket radio, 4 volts at, it'd be high volume. That is more like 12 and a half times 4 RMS deck power. Oh, it is. Most decks are like 18 to 12, but remember, that's what the piece of paper says. So
That's what she
we got to believe it, right? Bonjour.
Hey.
Elias is in the house. What's going on, man? What's going on? Deck power, ha ha ha. Yes, deck power. It's a beautiful thing. But no, if you can spring for an amplifier, definitely get it. Gary Bell needs me on his podcast. All they got to do is call. We know each other. We've been at some point. I'm assuming Maddie and Gary want to have us on there to talk about stuff, or me on there to talk about stuff. So I'm on their schedule. We'll figure it out at some point if they want to have me on. I'll be more than happy to go on. But yes, we've been listening to their podcast too, because why not? The paper never lies. The paper never lies. But just like Tommy Boy, where does the paper go when you're done? Do you know?
No.
Trash can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you want to throw it?
Because no one keeps that. Is a 400 tube putting 200 watts to the mid bass? Is that too much? The 400 watt, the 402 is powering the mid bass. However, the 402 is not 402 at 4 ohms. It is. Do we have the burn-in sheet on that?
Yeah, it's in the back of the box.
Oh, it's on the back of the box? All right, perfect. It is at 4. Oh, it is. Wow, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I mean,
it's 200 by 2. No, it's fine. It's,
yeah, it's fine.
Trust me, man.
I want to put 400 on my mid bass.
Too much cocaine. Staggered power is the way to go. I'm a big fan. And your passive crossovers are doing that anyways. They're staggering the power to your tweeter. So by going with it in the amplifier, it's just way more fun. So yeah, you're golden. But no, we've done this system now, geez, at least a dozen times. So I love this. This is a fun system for us. So if we every time we get the chance to do it, we do it because it's small, it's compact, it gives us tons of power, it sounds really good. The JL Wrangler with an audio controlled 5 factory, with Morel hybrids, are the factory speaker wires okay to use with the pack? Yes. Oh yeah, totally fine. You'll be rocking.
Happy.
No problems there. Done it, and do it again. What's the best way to tap into a factory Alpine system for a 4-channel Rockford off? Okay, so easy Amp Pro.
That's it.
Just get an Amp Pro. No tapping. Just get the Amp Pro. Get the T harness. What year is it? It's 2006. So get the T harness. Just head over to pack-audio.com. Buy the parts. If you want to go DSP, which I'm a big fan of using DSP, you guys all know that. You can also do it with iData. So if you go iData, you can get into this guy here. So you can get into a DSR1, and then you can get into either it's gonna be one of these 3 here, either the 2, 3, or 4 is what's gonna integrate into it. And this will give you 8 channels of output, full DSP, full everything, and you don't have to buy the amp bypass harness because this goes where you don't even have to pull the radio out of the dash if you don't want to, because you physically pull the amplifier out and set it over here, and then this plugs in, and this gives you all your speaker wires, all your RCAs in one convenient location up there in the dash. So yeah, big fan of doing that, and you'll get a DSP.
Yeah.
You can also do this guy too. This will plug right in as well. Give you 6 channels of power along with 4 channels of output. So
amplification.
Yeah, too much because too much. The noise thing. Hi from America. America Sound. Brazil.
Brazil.
Did you guys ever get involved with show installs? No.
Show installs?
Like, no.
Oh.
No.
Like demos and something like that?
No, shows. Going to shows. Car stereo shows.
I don't have time, man.
SQ stuff. No, like doing cars for people. No, we just do stuff for people that just want, cool sound,
but
fun.
They pay.
Well, people that pay are nice, yeah. But no, we don't get into that. I don't want to be married. I got a wife. I'm good. When are the new cabins going up? As soon as we get some time.
Yeah.
So we literally just got them in end of day yesterday. You want to see what they look like? I'm pretty excited. So one of the things that sucks is that everything is black. All of them black toolboxes. Everyone wants black toolboxes. Screw that. I'm paying for these out of my pocket. I'm like, I want white. So these are them here. So they're white cabinets, gray doors. So yeah, look at that. Aren't those? Ooh, I know, right?
So sick.
So these are all. I ordered a whole bunch of them. So yeah, these are all gonna go up on that wall.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen is basically from like right about here all the way down to wherever we run out is just gonna be cabinets. I have to get a step stool so that Fernando can get up to it. Actually, I'm gonna have to get a step stool for me to get up to it. We were measuring them yesterday. So we're thinking we're gonna have them like right about this height so that we can keep this for advertisements, because this is
hot salsa right there.
yeah, because this is getting moved over to that wall there.
Yeah.
So that we can have more of this type stuff where vendors that supply us the products for us to talk about. Because these we don't actually use for installation. These are vendor products. This, if you'll notice, has never changed because this is iData's wall. This is audio control section. We used to have the Stinger RCAs, that was their section. We had the Kicker Marine stuff, that was their section. So these rotate out depending on what vendor is sponsoring this area of the wall. So like Ground Zero is still there. And JBL's behind that, but that's a whole nother story.
Somebody has big budget DSP.
Oh yeah, that's a tough one. So there's two right there that we deal with. So you have the DSR1 and you have the Ground Zero GZ
4.8.
Yeah, 4 to 8 Mark II.
They have the
now
68.
This is a funny piece. A lot of people get all like bent out of shape out of this because it looks very familiar to the one DSP I absolutely hate. And if you compare the two, yeah, they look identical. However, the inside's totally different. This was engineered. The insides of this were re-engineered. They paid somebody a lot of money, which his name totally escapes me right now. I have it written down somewhere. Like I took a bunch of notes because they wanted me to. Gordon Taylor. So a gentleman by the name of Gordon Taylor, who.
Yeah, hang out with him.
Yeah, right. On the weekends.
Yeah.
He was responsible for the Genesis amplifiers. They paid him to go through this and re-engineer it so that it would give them the best in sound and performance at the price point that it's at.
Right.
So. Everyone kind of knocks this. It's not. It's got nothing to do with that. You know, build house is a build house. Everyone uses a build house. Like I'm pretty sure there's no one over at Rockford soldering these together as much as we'd like to hope there was. But and I bet you that wasn't made in Japan. Anyways.
Yeah, but like, all right. So you can pick either one, check it out, download the software, play with it, see which one you like. Done.
What's up, guys? Great week to you both. I'm hoping, but I'm not holding my breath.
Dominican Republic.
Hey,
What's up?
what's going on? On Sunday, only half day off. Oh, that sucks. Have you done an install on a 99 to 03 F250? I'm thinking is what you're talking about.
F250, yes.
I mean, yeah.
We just did one.
It's like one of our most popular cars. And here's the funny part. I started in 1990, so like it was a new car when I worked on it at one point. You know?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm old. So yeah, definitely have worked on those over the years. And if you're wondering why we're both wearing hats, these are the new Mobile Solutions hat. You can pick them up at mobilesolutions-usa.com, where you can pick up your clean wire ruler. That's right. Make sure you pick up your clean wire ruler. So we have the samples here. So, and of course, look at this. Look at this orange. Ooh, isn't that nice?
Yes.
We've been filming a bunch of videos with these, using them, so we can kind of help you guys out and see how to use them and all that fun stuff. But yeah, 250, 9903 250 was, yeah, we've done quite a few. It's a fairly common car. I think there's plenty of. Do you want my hat? So
I'm going to.
Okay. Fernando's taking pictures, guys. He's getting it all set up with sawdust and plastic. Do you want one of these to put next to it?
No, I'm gonna put the wire over.
Okay. I'll just. Oh, you want the pry tool? Want to put the pry tool next to it? Oh, you're gonna put the wire ruler next to it. There you go. William Berg's in the house. Not old, seasoned. No, I'm just old, man. Trust me. I get up at from sitting there editing, and I'm just like, because you run, then you shower, then you eat, then you sit down, and like your body is just like, it's not made to do that apparently. So I keep finding out every night. Best amp for JL 12-inch TW1s. I don't know how much power those handle, so they're going to give you two power ratings, a nominal or minimum power rating and a peak or unrealistic power rating. Somewhere between those two is a good place to be. So to further into the factory Alpine system, do I need that Pack Pro if I have a double DIN aftermarket head unit already? No, you don't. If you've already got an aftermarket radio in there, It's simple enough, you're done. However, what you can buy, if you'd like to make your life a whole hell of a lot easier, head back over to pack-audio.com, and they're gonna have listed a harness that says like APH, so it looks like this, says APH and it says CH something. You wanna buy that because that is a T-harness for the amplifier. This one is for the GM, and I have a Ford. I don't have the Chrysler bag here, but that will allow you to just unplug the factory amplifier, plug it in, and have all your speaker wires. If you're not gonna be running your own speaker wires, and that way you won't have to cut any harnesses, everything will just go back to factory. So yes, still head over to pack-audio.com and pick up that harness. Or if you don't want to get the pack harness, the Maestro harness is also going to be the same thing. So if you can find one of these, whichever one it requires for your car, it's going to be the same exact harness. The difference is that as a T harness is going to have a bunch of extra stuff you're probably not going to need. This will just plug in and give you your speaker wires. So either one of those two harnesses, that's all you need. You have your factory radio, your life will be great. Can a 8-channel Moscone DSP amp be run in 7-channel mode? I only see 6 or 8-channel modes selector switch on amp. I think that might be the input. 6. So so you're talking about bridging like channels 7 and 8 into one channel. It should do that. As far as I know, I don't know any reason why it wouldn't. All of them do. So, the switch might be for output. But you never know. They do some weird stuff. Yeah. You could always call them. That's Orca. Just go to Orca. Wasn't 1990 the year the 7909 and Orion cheater amps? A different era for sure. They were out long before that. 1990, they were way before that. Like I think the build date on this cheater amp here, this is the 225 HCCA, the OG. I think the build date on this is like 87 or 88. It might even be 86. So that was around long before 1990. Yeah. Can you do an in-depth video like you did on the Nakamichi DSP for the audio dynamics? We want to so desperately bad because it's sitting here on the shelf, that black, one of those boxes up there. It's just a matter of time. It's right now, it's time. The time it takes to do it. We're so far behind on doing other stuff, but yes, it's in the works. However, I will tell you this, the DSP software in it really isn't too much different than the Alpine and also the Nakamichi. So if you've watched either one of those, the Alpine E or PXE0850S or the Nakamichi video, the software is almost identical to that. Mm-hmm. So if you've understood that, you'll understood this. It's not too much different. They all use the same stuff. It's a universal DSP software that a lot of manufacturers use. So, Johnny, what's up? Yo, yo, yo. I had a question previous post, never seen or heard the answer. Kicker, Q class, or wait for the Kicker X10 in a sealed box is in a hatchback. Ooh. You're talking like Solo X10 in a sealed box? I think that's only gonna work in a porta box. Why would you go sealed? I don't know. I'm not a sealed box kind of guy. But I'm pretty sure like the Q class would sound good in it. I've never heard one. I've always heard ported. That's all I've ever done. But, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, why not? Space. Yeah, I know, right? What kind of hatchback is it? Any recommendations for good single DIN deck? Well, Fernando's going to tell you the Sony GS9.
Yep.
Okay, ported single? Yeah, one sub ported? I mean, yeah. Dude, the Q class 12-inch ported, like 12 or 10 for that matter, is stupid loud. Ported in the back, yes, it is more fun for sure. I prefer ported, and I'm definitely a T-line guy. I'm sorry to hear that. Is there some kind of cream you can get for that? Just no, that's cool. 2020 Civic. You can, dude, 2020, you kidding me? There's plenty of room in the back of that thing. We had that dude that had the sundown 12-inch in the back of his Civic.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the opening, but you know, this is a 2019 Civic. It's the hatchback, which makes things weird, but the trunk space is about the same, and it is pretty damn big. But yeah, ported for sure. Dash cam you sent me helped me out in court today. A car in front of me was intentionally trying to get rear-ended for insurance claims, I assume. Well, I smashed them, showed the footage in court. That's Johnny Riviera, my friend. Way to go, Johnny.
Awesome, man.
I'm glad something we
glad
did.
that you're okay.
Yes, well, there's that. But I mean, I'm glad something we did made someone's life just a tad bit better. Of course, Sony RX for the win. So single DINs, man. It's one of those things where, like, right now you can get pretty much the most high-end single DIN deck minus the Sony GX9, because that's, like $1,500 for under $200. I mean, like, anywhere between like $79 to $150, you can get a pretty awesome. If you want a high power, like the Sony makes the high power decks that has that 100 watt by 4 chip built into it, which is like insane amount of power. It's got a separate power lead. Basically got a big amp built into it. Really nice. But yeah, I don't really, just right column shop single DIN. Firefighter have to carry all my gear. Ooh, okay, good point. Maybe think about doing okay, here's a thought. So if you can build boxes, think about maybe 2 L7T downfiring 10-inch squares. Okay, so you could build like a false floor. I mean, you could still keep your spare tire, but you could make like a false floor up towards the back of the seat. So, because those aren't really, you don't need a lot of room for those. You only need like 5 or 6 inches of height, but you can come out. So think about it, if like this is the back of your car, you have 210s, you come back to about here, it's only going to come up about this high off of the floor, and then have it go the full length of the trunk, and you're going to have 2 10-inch downfired sealed box. If you want, you can flip it up when and have it fire back when you don't have a bunch of crap in the trunk. But then if you are going to be rocking the fireman bag all the time, just leave it down. You can set your bag on top. You still have your full trunk space. So maybe look at going with the L7Ts. That might be a better option for you. That would be my, what I would do or recommend. I really like doing down firing stuff. Tuning a DSR1 on F350 and battery went dead. Now everything sounds distorted no matter the gain. Well, you could always try reflashing the DSR1 in case something bad happened to it, and it didn't autosave. Just pull it out, plug it into your WebLink updater or your Rockford, and just reflash it, and then start over. It wouldn't be the first time, man. Lots of fun. Yeah, we've been there, but maybe just reflash it and see if that gets you back to where you need to go and start over. What do you think of DS18? It's loud. It's neat. They make some really cool stuff. Mm-hmm. Look at him. He's getting all carried away there. Any idea on how to wrap the metal handle on the classic MS pry tool? How to wrap it?
Like this? This is the MS pry tool.
Yeah, that is the MS pry tool. I don't know how to wrap it.
How will you wrap it?
Well, you know what I would do? If I was trying to cover this in something, I would go to Lowe's, and you know how they make like that Plasti-Dip for tools that you can like dip tools in?
Oh, okay.
I would get that and just dip it in like 3 or 4 times, and then that would be it. And that would rubber coat it and let it dry. And then you'd have a covered one, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. I like it naked like that, so...
Well, you can search for like rubber cover or something like that.
But that's what I would do. I don't think they make a rubber cover for it. Hey guys, what kind of handheld RTA you recommend? PA3X or PA3 or NTI? I have them all, and they all have their plus and minuses. So the easiest one to use is a PA3. However, those are discontinued. The one with the best screen by far is the PA3X. However, because of import-export, the way the rules were with the previous administration, a lot of the parts that went into the PA8X went through the roof. So like trying to buy one now, they're like double the amount of money they used to be, but it's going to have the best display screen. The the downside to it is it takes forever to turn on. So it's like you have to turn it on and just be like, come back, go drink some coffee. Think of like Windows 95. So big fan of, the other nice thing about the X is that the microphone is detached. It's not actually physically attached to it. It is hidden, but that makes it really nice for not picking up ambient noise. These pick up ambient noise all around. This is the one I go to. This is, you can see the cables in it. This is the one I go to. The quickest one to turn on and give you like an immediate response as far as like what you're trying to do is by far the NTI. You know, it's like you can hold it and it'll just, boom, it's on. The problem is that the scale is really small, but if you're just doing testing, you get, you know, if you, like when we need to test something immediately, like, hey, come here, we need to test this. I'll grab this and just walk out there because it has a standard RCA input too, which makes it kind of nice. Oh, wrong button. There we go. So there you go. I'm trying to think. That's it for that. Where did he go? I was gonna say, dang, he disappeared. If you use 6-pin connector for mounting crossover in the door, would you suggest using larger wire, or how do you do it? Thanks in advance. No, wire's fine. You don't need to. You're good. You're good. We've done. Yep. You won't have any problems whatsoever. You don't need to go crazy. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Plastic dip it is. Plastic dip it. Yep. Powder coat it. I wouldn't do that. I mean, it would be cool. Grip it like a golf club. Maybe. Dean, can with 3.5-inch tweeter flush with mid? Yes, on the 3.5, the tweeter is flush with the mid. That is what makes it unique and cool, is that tweeter is countersunk into those C3s, and it's just really sexy, not the JLs. Where can I find the tweeter quick disconnects? DNF tool drawer should be the best place to find those connectors. I'm pretty sure they're all up there, so head over to dnftooldrawer.com. We should have a link to them there, and then you can buy as many as you like. Sound good? What time is it? Ooh, look at that. It's time to go. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. It's been Tuesday. This has been 5 Minutes of 5-Star. You guys have a great day as always. Fernando.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Welcome to Honda Central. How may I help you?
Welcome to what?
I said, welcome to Honda Central.
Oh.
So how's everybody doing this fine, fabulous?
We're reporting here from 5-Star Car Stereo today. Yes, and today was the parade. That's right.
Was that honoring Fernando Lopez? Well, good afternoon, evening, good evening. Good evening, it's 6. All right, so this is not the white. This is not the white Honda Civic that was here this morning. That rolled out of here nice and awesome, sounded spectacular. Customer was super happy. But what we had followed up with was this. This is a Honda Accord, the big brother. And this got an L7 comp L7, I don't know.
L7.
Yeah, whatever, got an L7. Now, a couple things, this is phase 1. So this customer, he wants a big system. But like everyone else, we have a budget. He wanted to do this, and thankfully I talked him out of that because no. But what we did on this was a bit unique. We actually put sound treatment in the rear deck, and then we did the ground zero doors. So this is all super, bulletproof now. Bulletproof. With the factory speakers.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because he had a budget, he had a certain amount of money, and he wanted to spend all of it getting something done towards the end goal. So his budget allowed him to do the sub amp, and all the sound treatment that's going to add to the speakers and the next amp we're going to put in, and of course the access interface. Because this is the 10. Could you slide this forward for me? Because this is the 10. Oh, okay. I need a light. This is the 10 speaker stereo, just like we did in the Civic. So this will be perfect. You have the lightsaber. So what we did for bass in this is, because we're doing it in stages, we needed a 500 watt amp for the sub. Why not do a kicker key 501? Because today this will allow us to deal with the factory EQ, but tomorrow it'll just be a 500 watt amp. So it kind of gets us both, takes care of our high level to low level needs, but the key fit beautifully underneath this seat. We made a mount. This is a factory hole here. This is another factory hole here. And so the amplifier just mounts to these two brackets here. It kind of floats in place. And it fit perfect. Like, I mean, perfect. Like, you get the whole floor mat.
Yeah.
So, key 501 underneath the front seat in your Honda Accord. For sure. Now, with that being said, naturally I know you guys want to hear it, right? You want to hear some bass? iPhone bass at its best. All right, cool. All right. Oh, busted for us. All right, we're gonna get, yeah. Anyways, so that's what happened in this car. Phase 1, all good. Looking nice and, as I said, I made a simple amp rack, and Fernando goes, it's 2 pieces. I was like, good call. We didn't have to bend anything, so.
Still 2 pieces.
Still 2 pieces. So, anyways. Hi guys, how many hours to do that amp install? We started on this 2 o'clock? Was it 2? 2 o'clock?
It was 3.
Was it 3 o'clock?
No, actually that was 2.
I was gonna say it was 2.
Because I started doing the sound treatment 2:30 on the door.
Yeah, and I had to go show the Civic guy. So we started on this at 2:30. He worked on the front doors. I did the rear deck, which my knees hate me for. And then we both jumped on the amplifier. And of course, we forgot the bass knob, so we had to pull it all back out and do the bass knob. So.
No, really?
What are the odds of that? Pretty damn good, not gonna lie. So yeah, so 4 to 6. We just finished it before we went on here. We called Paul to find out if he's gonna pick it up today. He said no. So 3.5 hours? Is that 3.5 hours?
No,
Yeah, yeah, it's 3.5 hours, right? Anyways.
4.
4? No, because we started at 2:30.
2:30 is gonna be 6:30, so.
Yeah, but it's not 6:30
right.
yet. Slow it down, killer. And of course, custom amp rack, fuse holder, braided loom.
Yeah.
Yeah. The nice thing is like not doing speakers and having to cut the doors and do all that.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was totally weird, wasn't it?
I'm like,
Because we
okay.
did all that work and then we put the factory speakers back in.
But I mean, now he has the treatments.
Yeah,
now he
and
can
it's
put any speaker
super
in there.
quiet.
Yeah.
Can you make a custom amplifier rack for a 2009 Toyota 4Runner? If I have the car, I don't have one pre-made for that one. I know I should, but I just don't.
Yeah.
How much? No idea. Actually, you know what? I do actually know, because this one was $2,200. So he had said he's $2,200. I don't, I quoted him. All I do is write the stuff down. Paul comes up with the pricing, but we were talking about how much, because he heard the Honda and he's like, I want that. And I was like, okay,
Right.
What have you spent so far? All right, well, you need to spend this much more to finish it off. But so this was like $2,200. Can't find the Metra DSP anywhere for my Civic here in Ontario, Canada. Man, that sucks. What about Amazon? Have you tried Amazon? I mean, I just, it's weird that, yeah. Elias, does the Key 500 have a bass knob? It does not come with a bass knob. So you have to purchase this guy right here. Yep. This is the bass knob you need for it. It is, here we go. It is the CXARCT. This is it. Sold separately. Steve and I had a big conversation about that when him and I were sitting down for dinner one night, because I like amplifiers that come with the bass knobs. And then we talked about it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I guess it's gonna stay that way, because they sell a lot of bass knobs. Hey, from Trinidad.
Do you know if the Focal IS TOY 165 6.5 component speaker system will fit in the front doors of the 2008 Lexus GS 350?
So here's what we do when we don't know. Obviously, taking the door panel off is the first and easiest way to know. And if you don't want to do that, head over to metroonline.com and look at the speaker spacer. See if they sell a speaker adapter for it. If they do, screenshot it, head over and look at the speakers. Toyota's really only has one 6.5-inch spacer that they make in bulk like that. So if it has one, then that's probably it. If it doesn't list one, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna fit. Thanks for the love, guys. Oh man, I get to see you guys every day. I know, right? This is what happens when you work from home, Elias.
Yeah.
What do you think about the JBL GTO? I honestly haven't heard that one, so I don't know. What's gonna run the door speakers? Probably the D4.800 is gonna go into this to run the door speakers. That's why we put this amp underneath the driver's seat, because the passenger seat has a ton of room. So the D4.800 right now is probably what it's gonna be. However, we'll wait and see how that goes. Only time will tell. Like I said, this is part one, so we'll see what happens as we move on. How much do I have no idea. Can you guys sell me that harness? I can't find it anywhere in Canada. You have to talk to Paul and see if he'll ship to Canada. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's a pain, as you know. Someone didn't check off the bass knob. No, I know. It was my fault. It always is. And like I've said in countless videos, I try to plug it in at first, but this one was a little bit weird because normally we build
This is a small amplifier.
Well, it's a small amplifier. Normally we build the amp rack first,
Yeah.
but in this case I wired the amp first because of where Fernando was in the car, and then I built the amp rack second, and normally I immediately will mount the amp down, plug the bass knob in so I don't forget it, and this time I didn't. I went different, and that's what happens. And
Well,
then
you didn't forget the subwoofer wire, so.
I didn't forget, no, because that's like hard, yeah. That was actually the second thing I built, because I was thinking we didn't have the power wire over here, so you had to go get power wire.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job today. Thanks, man, thanks. I need a job, don't we all? I bet the factory speakers never sounded better.
Hey,
You know, I really didn't, we probably...
I hear them before.
Did you?
Yes, yes. I hear them before, and it's just like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a Honda. They all sound the same. They look like Focals would sound like.
I mean, it definitely helps, man.
Sound like TSA speakers. Do you know the Focal? Okay, you answered that. Wow, how far am I behind? Okay.
So,
I forget the bass knob is the worst thing that happened today. It's all good. Oh no, for sure. Definitely. Forgetting the bass knob is the worst thing that happens today. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm cool with that. And it was easy enough. I mean, it was like really underneath the seat. Fernando found a great place to put it here on the dash. So it went in nice and simple. So yeah, it was a good, we weren't upset. Hey, there's our tools and our water. When a car comes back, are you going to run a second power wire for the battery? Of course, because this one is just an 8 gauge that goes to this amplifier. So we'll run a second power wire 4 gauge over the amplifier.
Totally.
For sure. Totally, for sure, bro.
Is the UTS mic a good option for tuning?
I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, you could plug it into a laptop.
You can plug it into the laptop. Yeah.
Oh,
and now with
totally.
the new one, that has the adapters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't see why not. Totally.
Yeah.
You know, because you can use REW on it or one of a handful of other different software. I mean, you really just need to get outside of the car. So as long as you're DSP and whatnot, yeah, I don't see why
An
not.
extension of the wire and everything.
Yeah, it should work fine. Plus, it's USB, so I mean, if you need to, you can always add like a 4-foot extension to it. I'm sure it would work. We never tried that, but I don't see why not. Yeah.
All right. So when measuring from time alignment,
Yeah.
do you measure from the tweeter on the dash or the mid bass front stage is whole passive?
The mid bass. So what we do, this is what I do. No matter what car we're doing, whether it's passive or active. Here we go. I will show you today's. This was from the Civic. So whether it's passive or active doesn't matter. We always measure to all speakers. So for in this case, if you look, this is the driver's side. The tweeter was 36, mid bass was 48. The rear left was 28, and the subwoofer was 53. We got 54, 60, and 48. So in this, there's a huge gap between these two. We're gonna start with these two numbers here. However, we may have to adjust this one just because there's such a huge gap between here and here. So don't get sold on these numbers as like guaranteed, like this is it, because first off, your head, you know, this much can make a big difference in the numbers you input, but when you're measuring this much just seems kind of silly, because like if you're measuring between, you know, if you're measuring between your nose and your ear, that's that much space. And so don't get really like, oh, be prepared to be loose on that, for sure. But I always start adjusting the this speaker here if I need to, or just go into the level control. But I find it's better to try to figure it out with the time delay first, and then if I need to, I can go into the level control afterwards. Like if I'm using level control first, because sometimes you can just like take the level down like -1, -2, and boom, it's right where it needs to be. But if you're finding you have to like -5, -6, no, you got the time alignment wrong. You want to go back in and try again. You got something else?
What do you think about the Kenwood XR 606 amp DSP?
Love it. It's right there. We're waiting to get some time so we can do a video showing it in a non-iData installation, because it's a 6-channel powered DSP with 4 channels of output. So we got a 10-channel DSP. It's 2 channels of input, which is what most people get freaked out about, because they're like, oh my god, it doesn't have balance and fader. But who cares? If you're gonna do something like a full DSP system where you want to run it as 6-channel active front and then go into like a 4-channel amplifier to run rear and like a mono sub, like a 110, 112, that's a 10-channel like badass, fully, your time alignment in the rears, you don't need fader, I don't know what the problem is kind of thing.
Yeah. All right.
What do you got?
See, do you think the Android stereo can be a good option for a Toyota Tacoma?
An Android stereo could be a good option for Toyota. I don't think an Android stereo is a good option for anything. Personally, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. That's it. Not a fan. You know?
And we don't even know what's going on with those things. So.
How do you align time? Don't you align the sound? Well, I mean, so yeah. It's just what it's called. It's
on the paper.
It's on the paper, bro. I mean, that's what the little tab says, time alignment. I mean, if you're a celestial being from the Marvel universe, you know.
And then they multiply it, and then.
If you're Doctor Strange, I suppose you could probably align time. That would be cool. You have the time stone. Yeah, you got the green time stone. You could probably get time aligned that way. That would be cool.
And you guys gone.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're adding milliseconds of delay, which is, I'm pretty sure, why they call it time alignment. You're not adding, so you're delaying the arrival of the sound. So yeah, I get it, but this is one of those things I don't care about.
Oscar, what's up, brother?
Hey. Is there any plug and play amps for the 2016 VW GTI? Yeah, actually, I think the Forza stuff you can buy a plug and play. For yeah, but they don't make a plug and play amp. I think the Forza makes the plug and play in the Prima system. I think the Prima makes a full plug and play GTI system.
Match. Oh no.
Yeah, they're not gonna have.
That was only for Mercedes, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, check it out, maybe. They do all European cars.
Check out Audison, check out Focal, and check out the Match from Helix. There you go. You have your homework. Do you model subwoofer is used in a? Oh, do you know what? It's a custom. Do you know which subwoofer model is used in the Rockford P312? It is none of those. It is a unique woofer designed specifically for that enclosure. It is not a P1, 2, or 3. It is not an R1 or 2 either. It is unique to that box only. As you can imagine, Rockford buys that enclosure. They probably pick it off the shelf and have it, you know, do the little logo on it, but it is not anything else. It is a super efficient woofer. I'm not knocking it because the thing sounds incredible. So, and honestly, we get very few of them back. Like, almost none. It's a wonderful thing.
Yep. All right. Hey, guys.
Match has audio, which is VW. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Hey, guys. I'm not a fan of bass on the front doors of my 2018 Dodge Charger. changing them for mid-ranges will be a good idea. I mean, a good setup.
No, because it's not that you're not a fan of bass, it's that that's what's going to that speaker. It has nothing to do with what the speaker's doing. The speaker's reproducing the sound that's being fed to it. So if you have the premium sound system that's in the car,
And I'm pretty sure it is.
more than likely you do, that's why there's a ton of bass coming from it. It is pre-EQ'd and crossed over just to produce bass. So even if you put a mid-range in there, it's still just gonna put out bass. If you don't want them to put out bass, you're gonna have to remove that factory system, remove that factory amplifier and processor, and go full aftermarket in them. Which you could actually leave the speakers at that point. Something you might want to think about doing to remove that system is what we talked about earlier. The Kenwood Exelon 6600 DSP amplifier is designed to work in that car. It's 6 channels, so you can easily get a small 4-channel to go with it, add a sub to the trunk, and just retune the whole car. It's amazing how much better it would sound. And if you wanted, you could also, what most of those cars lack is high frequency, because there is no tweeter in that car. The number one thing we upgrade in those cars, and more than likely this would help you too without getting into all this, is look at the Kenwood Exelon C3 3.5-inch speaker.
Yep.
Just by removing the crappy 3.5s you have in your dash and putting those in place, it's going to change the whole sound of the car like night and day. Replacing 2 speakers, it's pretty crazy.
And then you lower the bass on the.
Well, then it doesn't matter
woofers.
because the dash is louder, so it just kind of is a trade-off.
Yeah.
But it makes the car sound like, wakes it up, makes it sound way better. It's a total improvement for sure. We do that on a lot of. We actually just filmed it for a release at some point where we did it in the Challenger, the 2-door, yeah, whatever.
Challenger.
And then we do it a lot in the Jeeps too, because they all have the same crappy 3.5. Deal. Thank you very much. What are you gonna bust out? When are you gonna bust out your 7x10s? Oh, they're in the attic.
7x10s, really?
Yeah, I have some Kenwood 7x10s in the attic. I don't know. I honestly was
bring it.
just up there. I forgot all about them.
Bring it to the-
Which series Morel components did you say were a great buy? The
Maximus.
No, is the Maximus, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Maximus. There's Maximos and there's Maximus.
No, like Maximo, with no S.
Yeah,
Maximo,
we don't want the
Maximus.
Maximos, we want the Maximus.
Yes.
Yeah,
S.
Maximus, with an S at the end.
Yeah, it's plural.
Yeah, hold on. I will show you a picture. Ooh, their amplifiers might be coming out soon. The one that they promised us. No, it's back one. You went too far. It's right there. Hold on. Here we go, guys. This is what you want right here. Ooh. Maximus 602 V2s. That's them right there. Ooh, yeah. Good value. Nice and loud. Good power handling. Yeah. Very nice speaker for sure. And then, if you want a 3-way set, they're probably not in here. That's probably in the other one. Yep, it's in the other one. It's in the older, or that's an older book, so it doesn't have them. It's in this book. Nope.
No.
Yeah, because that's the older one.
I
Yeah.
only have one book.
I thought you had 2.
No.
You sure? All right, well. Oh, well, whatever. They make a 3-way set, too. That's really awesome. Okay. Did you ever find the need to use a millisecond on input? Oh, a portion of the AC DSP, or you guys always align from output tab? You know, it's funny you should mention that. I was thinking about that this weekend. Honestly, I was thinking about this weekend. And because I like to, when I'm bored, I just randomly grab owner's manuals and just read through them again. And that was one of those things that it has the input delay. And no, we very rarely use it. I think we've only used it like once.
What is an orange?
I know. Because it's really made for that pre-signal. So when you're looking at the EQ, when you're looking at that input RTA, if you have a null, as it were, and you can adjust, I don't know, another scratch. I don't know, what are you gonna do? If you have a null, that's what that pre-time limit's for, is to see if you can adjust that out. Most of the time, we have not seen a need for that. So,
Yeah.
but it's there for that. And it's funny, even if you talk to audio control about, that's like the hidden thing on that no one wants to talk about. It's like, why is it there? Yeah, just don't worry about it. Okay. I mean, it's literally like 2 lines in the owner's manual, so it's kind of funny. We did get a package today. We don't know who it's from.
No, we don't know.
We have no idea because Amazon didn't send anything with it. But
thank you so much.
Yeah, so
whoever sent it.
It's funny, I don't own one of these, which is, you gotta flip it over. So this is a zip tie gun. Have you guys ever seen zip tie guns before? They're pretty cool.
I never see. I mean, I saw them, but I never like.
It's a nipple puller.
Touch it.
So want to show them how it works? That's not how it works, 007. Just grab a zip tie, right there. They're all over, cups everywhere. Here, just wrap it around. Okay, that works. So you put it in. It smells like popcorn.
No, that was my tamarind.
Okay.
See, I told you.
So then it has all right. So it has this slot right here. So you line it up with the zip tie, and then you just squeeze, and there you go. Boom. Zip tie goes out back. It's nice and flush cut, so you don't have to worry about dying from it. But yeah, it's a zip tie gun. So whoever sent those to us, sent 2. So thank you so much. Leave a message somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can give you a shout out.
Look at that.
Thank you. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Oh, all right there. He's got 2 guns now.
Stop right there, guys.
It's Fernando 2 Guns Lopez. Oh shit. Yeah, guys, this is what happens towards the end of the day. Fernando's hungry. Yeah, Fernando's hungry, so he's gonna start saying silly stuff. But hey, look at the time. It's time for us to get the heck out of here. So thanks so much for tuning in today. We hope you guys enjoyed this 5 minutes with 5-star. Remember, if you've missed one of them, we always do a full recap, meaning the whole week gets put back up on Mondays over there in the YouTube for you to have for your podcasting pleasure, where you can just sit back and listen to the fun and excitement that is this. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, Bobby.
Bye. Hi, Fernando.
Hey.
What's going on, everyone?
Overtime, baby. Overtime.
We get paid overtime?
No, but it's fun to have overtime.
It's over there.
You know?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to stay overtime?
Me.
And not get paid. Ha!
How's everybody doing tonight? We hope you're doing well. It is 7:30, so yeah, we're a little past time here. We had a video we had to get done today, and so we stayed to do it. The conclusion of the JVC Jesus,
No.
I'm terrible at that. KWX 1000 Z?
KWZ 1000W.
The JVC 1000.
Yes, that one.
The awesome one. Hey, what's up, Mel? Happy Friday to you too.
Hey, happy Friday, man.
But yeah, so we're still here. We just wanted to come on, and we know we didn't get to go on earlier. Ooh, we did do some fun stuff today. Let me show you. In your car, actually.
Oh, yeah,
in the lab. So obviously we've been trying to get to film the Morel. Hold on, let me see where you put it. Where did you put all the parts that were sitting here?
It's in the toolbox.
Which toolbox?
Mine. Open the second drawer from the top to the bottom. No, from the top to the bottom. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah. The left corner.
Right here. Perfect. Thank you. So we're getting ready to put the hybrid set of components in Fernando's car from Morel. And I want to thank all you guys also that when Morel was doing the free mug giveaway that I have that Haley stole from me, and you guys, they said, who's your, Morel guy and whatever, and a lot of you guys said us, so thank you so much for that. But anyways, the purpose was we need to get the hybrids into his car. And the tweeters he had in before were these little, which ones were these? The Phoenix Gold TI2s, right?
TI2s, yeah.
So these are the TI2 tweeters. As you can see, like, dude, super sexy small. Like, for the sound these things put out, stupid size. But when you compare it to the hybrid, Jesus, I'm not doing well tonight. Hybrid, yeah, it is a hybrid. When you compare it to the hybrid, Morel hybrid, as you can see, it's much smaller. So this is the speaker mounted in there. Naturally, I spent some time coming up with this cool mount. There's 3 layers of acrylic that are holding this in place. And I didn't want to use this grill because for one, it's the Lotus super sexy grill, but there's a grill here, so I don't need more grills. I don't like double grills. If the speaker doesn't need to have the grill, I like to take it off and use the grill that's currently there. And so what I wanted to show you is how we came up with the mount for this. We started with, believe it or not, this. Started from the bottom, now we're here. So this little thin piece is designed to hold the tweeter in place, and then there's these 2 areas here that are what the risers that hold the tweeter. Normally there's a piece of metal that goes here that holds the tweeter. So the idea was there's a lip on the tweeter that the grill snaps over this piece. So this edge right here is on the tweeter. So we wanted to replicate this edge and then add 2 little nipples so that, like, if this was in there, it would line up perfectly with these 2. And so that was the first iteration of it. And you can see with a laser, we can do this, and it's almost silly. And then that led to, actually this one was first, and we realized it was too thick, so we had to do it thinner. So that led to a couple more pieces as I made the first one. So this was the final product here. And I wanted to add in a couple screw points. And once I got it on there, I realized that, well, there's a little lip on the bottom of this that sticks up, and I didn't want that to interfere with the tweeter. So I was like, I want to add another 1/4 inch. So that brought us this. Now this one could be a little thicker because it doesn't have to slide over it like the grill does. And also you'll notice there's like a tapered edge here and a tapered edge here, and that is because this front edge here and here are tapered, and we wanted it to get in there as flat as possible, basically be flat up against it. And so that brought us into this, which now these 2 guys are designed to stack on top of one another like this. And the reason why those holes are there is so that we can add in these screws. So now the tweeter slides into this here. This is bolted into place, and then these 2 lips slide down these screw provisions here, these, and then the tweeter just sits in place, and it is in there tight. But naturally, you know, we want to make sure it's super tight. So this is a piece of, do you still have that one? Is that in here somewhere? Did I miss it? Yes, it is. All right, so this is a piece of 1/8 inch acrylic. And what this is designed to do is this hole here is the size of this magnet, because on the other end of that magnet is a plastic lip. So this little tiny magnet just kind of, the side of the tweeter comes up like this, there's a notch, and then the tweeter starts. So this is the exact hole of the tweeter we've cut out for the wires to come through, and there you go. So now this locks the tweeter, and the tweeter height where that bevel was the exact height. Dude, it couldn't have asked for something more perfect. It was the exact height of this, so it was like perfectly flat all the way across. I was like, yeah, I planned for that. Not totally got lucky on that one. So 3 pieces of acrylic stack on top of one another like that, and that is what bolts this fabulous tweeter, the MT300 tweeter from Morel, into place. So we are 1 step closer. We wanted to get this out of the way before we filmed the video because we knew this was going to take about an hour to design this. So we pulled these out of his car the other day. He's been driving around with 1 tweeter for the last couple days, so he'll be happy to, you know. All right, so there you go. That's what's happening with the tweeter. Did you turn it on?
I turned it on.
Does it make sound? Sad day. Sad day. Factory radio had to go back in.
Good, so that's it.
Chime is good. Yeah, it's on its own. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. And then we put the JVC in here and film the shocking conclusion to part 3. So that is good. Super excited about that. So next week, hopefully we'll get the Morel hybrid filmed in his car so that you guys, because dude, it was funny. So today we had a customer of ours down from Ohio. He had a problem with an amplifier and he needed to switch it out. Kudos to this guy. He drove down here last night, parked in the parking lot, fell asleep. We put the new amplifier in, flashed the software, drove back home today. So all you guys are complaining about living in Miami and having to drive here, pff, you got nothing on this guy.
Honestly, shout out to him because
He's a trooper for sure. Yeah, he's like, I'm going back home. Do you guys 3D print any installation parts or just cut them out of? We just all laser. We don't have the time for 3D printing as of yet. It's just not fast enough. I mean,
I think
there,
3D printer for me that would be a CNC better than the 3D printer.
Yeah, it'd be money, but I mean, these three
whatever.
pieces of acrylic that we cut out, design time out of the equation, because the design time, there's probably a good hour and a half, if not longer, designing these three pieces of acrylic. But now that they're done, this literally takes 4 minutes to cut these three pieces out.
For any.
So,
yeah.
And I can just easily go back in now and just change the circumference here to match any tweeter I have to put in here. So, that's, right now 3D printing is fun.
Oh, it is.
But unless you got time, and we don't have time.
Right.
So, I don't know where I was going with it. We were talking about the Camaro. I don't remember what I was saying.
Same
But,
day.
and we were talking, so anyways, the customer had, Ohio guy, had hybrids in there.
Yes.
And we didn't realize what we had put in there. He had Ultras in there first.
No, he had Tempo.
Tempo
Tempos.
Ultras. Yeah, I just call them Ultras.
Okay.
Anyways, he had Tempo Ultras first. In October, he had us take those out and we put in the hybrids. And we were listening to him. We didn't know what was in there. Like, we knew we'd put something in there, and we're like, God, man.
Wow.
These are like, holy crap, man. The 3, 4 months, 5 months that those speakers have had to break in.
Few months, yeah.
Holy Jesus, man. And I go to Fernando, I was like, bro, because we didn't know when we were listening to it. We're just like, man, this sounds good. And we were trying to look in the grill. And then I said, by the way, what speakers did we put in your car? And he goes, oh, those are the hybrids. And I was like, the Morel hybrids? He goes, yeah, big fan. So, oh, okay. Wow, all right.
Yeah.
So I go to Fernando, I said, dude, that's going to be your car.
Same way, man.
It's going to be your car. What part of Ohio? The cold part.
The cold part. Where there's no.
Okay, things I suck at. Where you live, the city name, not gonna remember it, and also your name. I suck at remembering names. I'm getting better, and we're training each other. Because
me too. Yeah.
we now, I never thought it'd be important.
No. Remember
So
the
for
guy?
all you young guys that don't remember people's names and stuff like that,
don't get it.
you need to learn. Apparently it's a thing. I didn't know this.
Remember
but
the guy that had the car?
Yeah, the guy that had the
wheels?
car with well, that'd be Paul. That's what, hey, you remember the guy with the car the other day? No.
We did the radio.
We did the radio. We did the thing with the thing, and yeah, no, not a clue.
Thing.
All
right.
Hold on. What's up, Clint? Clint in Australia. Ooh, they're on lockdown. They had 6. They're on lockdown because they had 6 cases of COVID. 6. We got like 180,000 cases.
We got millions over here, bro.
I mean, Jesus.
We're not playing.
Do you have any Q-Class amps? If you're talking about the 1005s, Paul may still have. He had some refurbished from Kicker 1005s. I don't know if he has any left. I don't know if he is willing to come off of them. But if you want the 1005, that is all that is available. As far as like the 2 channels and the 4 channels and the monoblock, believe it or not, those are still available from Kicker. They have plenty of stock on those. So if you're interested in those amplifiers, those are still available and ready to purchase. It's just a 5 channel that is, we killed it on that one, guys. We sold everyone they had. And they don't want to buy anymore. Are Scar speakers good? It's a matter of speaking. Depends. So some people say yes. Some people say no, just like any other speaker out there on the face of the earth. Have we done systems with Scar audio speakers that have sound fabulous? Of course we have, because we put a DSP in there. We made them sound fabulous.
Blue,
yes, anything he likes
personal preference.
Tamarin. What is that crap called?
Tamarin.
He likes tamarin. I would cross the street to get away from the stuff because I think it's just absolutely disgusting. So
love it.
Yeah, I know you're weird. Also looking at Kicker Tower. Oh, the 11-inch. Oh my gosh, dude, those are insane.
What's up, Bobby?
Yeah, those big tower speakers. Tubbies is what they're called. Old sales trick: when you meet someone new, look at them mentally, say their name 3 times, and what? I'll say your name 50 times, James, and you know what? As soon as I turn around, it's gone. It's gone.
James.
I have a way of. See, the other thing too is that everyone's named the same in car audio. Like Dean and Fernando, we're unique because like I'm Dean, he's Fernando. There's not too many Deans or Fernandos in car audio, but like Chris's, Mike's,
Yeah.
Jim, James. There's a lot of them. It's Mark's, Jeff's. Oh my gosh. So most of the time we call people by their last names just because it's easier, or where they live. Like we have 2 Martys, which I thought was weird. Like 2 Martys. One of them luckily has my first name as his last name, Marty Dean, who's a big fan of the show. He's been on the show a bunch of times. He's Mr. Aussie Iron. Also, he's friends with Mark Cardio Fab, but we remember Marty Dean's name because we said Marty Dean, because it's my name and his name. But then we also have a Canadian Marty.
Yep.
So we just call him Canadian Marty.
Canadian Marty.
And just that way we know who we're talking about. But yeah, it's all about the name game.
Yeah. Like Jeff. What Jeff?
Jeff. Gigolo Jeff, baby. It's all about Jeff. No Bobbies. There's lots of Bobbies. There's lots of Bobbies.
Yes,
Bobs. Yeah. But you're the only Bobby for us,
You're
Bobby.
the only uncle.
Anytime we say Bobby, you got first Bobbies. So
Yeah, you got the
you're
first
Bobby. Everyone else has to go by a different Bobby. When are you guys not going to be busy to do my install? Not a clue. Don't handle scheduling. Don't handle scheduling, but I honestly don't know how Paul dictates the schedule. So, do you have the Kicker Tower speakers? I'm pretty sure he has the Kicker Tower speakers.
Really?
I think so, yes. I mean, what doesn't he have?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Best thing is just call him and find out.
Well, we don't have his time.
So, SoundStream dual screen, a good head unit. I mean, I've never owned one.
I used to put a lot of them.
And
it was just.
And
that it's his screen. That's it. It's just.
That's his polite way of saying no.
It's just personal preference, man. I mean, I can afford the 1,000 right now.
Right.
I'm just gonna buy that one.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then save money and buy the other one.
Yeah. I always look at those pieces as not permanent fixtures in your car.
Yeah. No.
I think they're fun for a while.
Yeah.
If you buy it for what it is and you know what it is, I think you'll enjoy it. I mean, I think that's true with anything that comes with a specific price point. It's like, if you know what you're paying for, you're willing to pay it, and it's like, it's the right price for what I want to do, then, yeah.
Totally.
Oh, all right, listen, guys.
It's late.
We want to go home. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out.
Clock out.
Yeah, we got to clock out. The Fred Flintstone whistle blew. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know what that is. Facebook Live.
No, that's YouTube Live.
It's YouTube Live.
That's right. Bye. It's late. That's why.
See ya. Bye.